Okay, could you please stop making it so obvious for yourself? Okay, the video I was making was actually in defense of black men. This one has always gotten hurt over these issues, though, because I was making a video on unicorns. Am I all versus not all? I am in the class of it's all for me because I am not attracted to a one of them. Kind of thing. Like, I'm not into any of them. I'm not sexually attracted to dark skinned black men. It doesn't matter. Could make $1 million, $1 billion, $100,000, $10. Doesn't matter. I'm not attracted to you, basically. To me, I see they look like my mom too much, and other things. You have to remember I'm not dark skinned, so body parts that are dark are like, what the hell? You have dark nipples, dark down there, really weird. What the fuck? And then on top of it, other things like, body hair being really tight is weird to me because I don't get why your body hair is that tight, okay? So there's just different features that dark skinned black men have that I'm not into. I don't hate you. I think this. There are black women, there are women who are dark skinned. There are light skinned women, there are brown skinned black women. There are women who look just like me, women who look completely opposite to me, who are attracted to black men. That's how I am. I'm always like kind of like a positive mindset where like, well, there are people who are attracted to black men. So you don't have to be whining and mad because I said that in that video, I didn't even say anything against black men. I said that unicorns, do they exist? And I just don't care if they exist. It's like you asking me, are unicorns real when it comes to Asian men, for example? If we were calling Asian men, unicorns by behavior or something, maybe they're dysfunctional or whatever. I'm not saying that Asian men are dysfunctional. I'm saying if that was the case, would I give a fuck? How can I give a fuck if I'm not attracted to them? Why would I care about this? You have to understand that. From my perspective, it's the same perspective for dark skinned black men. Dark skinned black men and Asian men are in the same exact category. To me, their faces are the exact same. The only thing different is at least Asians, their dicks don't look like feces, okay? That's the only thing that they got going for themselves. Usually their dicks look normal, you know but they just look weird, okay? To me, I'm not attracted to them. I'm just like, what the heck, I just, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. But to me, I just don't understand why you guys have to be like, all mad because I said that I just don't care if they're there or not. I'm saying this. They probably are there, but I'm not caring about them personally. Why does that bother you? That I'm not interested in knowing if they're good ones or not out there. And, these type of people, they always are mad and caring about what black women do. They always care what black women want. It tells you that they really don't care about other races of women, which is weird because to me, I mean, like, I think that black Americans should be attracted to, you know, other races. We should be attracted to white women and white men. Black men should be attracted to white women, and black women should be attracted to white men. Because honestly, that's what we mainly see. So it's so weird when people get mad at these kinds of things, especially if you listen to my content and you actually see. For me, I support black men being in interracial relationships, but instead, all you are is mad because someone's in an interracial relationship and that people have a preference towards men of other races. Why are you so focused on what black women do? This is what I was saying in my last video, that people shouldn't care what black men do. But I also think that black men shouldn't care what black women do either. And they shouldn't be bitter about it like this one is. Like, he's constantly bitter and angry because He thinks that someone doesn't like him because they don't want to sleep with him. So there's a good percentage of people who just don't want to sleep with him. So I guess he thinks the whole wide world probably hates him just because they don't want to sleep with him. I guess men of all races, for the most part, hate him because they don't want to sleep with him either. You know? So I just don't get this. I mean, like, could you just be realistic with the situation, or why do you have to be all up in your feelings about this? Like, I support both sides to this. I'm not one who hates black men. I don't hate black women. I don't care what anyone does. Honestly, the only thing I ask of a mammy is this: stop acting like, okay, the fact that you're attracted to black men makes you inferior, or feel like you have an inferior complex, or have an issue with black women who don't prefer it because they feel like those women are placed higher, or that their men are better than their black men they're attracted to. Why not just realize we like different things, and I don't really have any desire to push my way of life on a mammy, and I don't wish for a mammy to push her life on to me. That's how I am. The only thing I have an issue with a mammy for is the same thing with black men who like to be with black women and stuff and try and push that shit on me. You know, is, you know, basically trying to act like black men need to be with black women. Black men do not need to be with black women. They do not need to be with them. They If the black man, especially the self-hating black man, why does he need to be going around having black children? Why do we want this to be another problem for black people? To have another generation of self-hating black people? He obviously does not have any need or any desire or any business being with black women when he has a self-hating nature of his own. He does not need to replicate his image. Obviously, he's unhappy with his image. Why do we want to replicate it? That's what I don't get. I mean, if he's not happy with it, take his word for it, take his advice for it, and let him be. Let him do his own thing. So, even for the self hating black man, let him do his own thing. If he needs to be with the whitest of the whitest woman to, get rid of his genes, let him do that. Don't try and be angry at him and try and shame him and stuff. The only thing you can say is don't put it on yourself, because so many times black women keep trying to put that stuff on themselves and try and act like, oh, that means something bad about yourselves. It means something bad about himself, yes, but let him do what he needs to do. Because I mean, like, if he doesn't want his image, I mean, why are you going to tell him that his image is worthy of anything? Let him value his own image. Now, dark-skinned black men who aren't, self-hating, like I said, with them, I mean, if they want to be with whoever they want to be with, let them do their own thing too. It's only normal for black people to be attracted to people of other races. In America, what do we see? We see mainly white men and mainly white women. So it's no shock they're attracted to white men or white women. That's normal. The only thing abnormal is when they disparage other people for being dark-skinned black people. That's when it's self-hate. When they are just dating someone of another race, that's nothing wrong with it, There's nothing wrong with that. That's their business. Both sides, to me, it's just like, when black men get mad like this at black women for being, attracted to other races, and almost thinking like that hating them would make me not attracted to them. Do you know what I'm known for? I'm known for, actually, my first well-known situation was me trashing white men. I've never trashed black men. I've never called black men apes. The only thing I say is that they're unattractive. But as people, I think that they can be great men for certain women who like them. Everybody has somebody meant for them. Personally, they're not meant for me. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was this. What I was trying to talk about in that video was specifically black men basically advocating for their own murderers. Because so many times black men try to advocate for their own murders or try and stick up for the very people who will kill them, which is black men. Black men kill each other the most, more than any other demographic. Nobody ever pays attention to this because it's black men killing black men, and the very people getting killed are advocating for the people that are going to kill them. So, to me, I mean, this kind of signifies you might have some guilt going on there, and that kind of makes sense. But I'm just saying, um, that's what I was talking about in that video. I was not really talking about anything against black men. I was saying black men need to stick up for themselves, you know, because my father died by black on black crime, you know. And so, I mean, like, I think black men need to, speak up about that because they could be the next one dead because of this. They keep dying in so many different cities because of this. And, that's basically all I have to say here. It's just, I am just not the type who really bashes black men like that. So, I mean, like, when you get bitter like that, you expose yourself for having some kind of feeling or some kind of anger towards me pointing out the issues with black on black crime and also the fact that I am one who interracially dates when that was hardly even the topic. Yes, I said that it doesn't matter to me because I'm not one who dates within my race, but other than that, I just don't really get how one could be so up in their feelings just because I was literally talking about the protection of black men from criminals, I guess, like you. And I was literally talking about the fact that some people may find good men in black men. That's their business whether they find it or not. It's not my concern because it's not my life. I don't do it myself. So I hardly have anything to say about that. That's why I didn't have anything negative to say.